on the next Cool Rob show. Special guest Cool Rob's homegirl, NeNe Hightower, stops by the Cool Rob show to talk to Cool Rob about fake love. NeNe opens up to Cool Rob about fake love. NeNe shares her personal experiences with Cool Rob about fake love. Don't miss the personal message NeNe has for the people. This interview was an explosive interview, and trust me, you do not want to miss it. Coming up next on season 4, episode 3 of the Cool Rob Show.
Welcome back. Boy, Cool Rob, cooler than cool, cooler than the most, cooler than the other side of the pillow. Welcome back to another episode of Cool Rob Show, live from the bullpen, y'all. Man, thank y'all. Thank each and every one of y'all for showing love, supporting me. You know, man, it touches the soul. When the soul is touched, it's a beautiful thing, y'all. So keep it coming, keep it coming. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe to Cool Rob TV, all caps, leave comments, like, dislike. Engagement is a must because we always looking for new people to come on these shows. One of my sayings. Shout out to Movie Hood TV. You see the post. That's my boys. Go show them some love. Wanted to hurry up and get all that out. I got a special guest, y'all, and I'm excited, man. You know what I'm saying? Me and this girl, we went to school together. You know each other for a long time. But I put this together, y'all, because I know this episode, when y'all see this, she can articulate very well. It sounds so beautiful coming out, and she cares about her people. So I'm honored to have her on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing NeNe Hightower. What's up? What's going on, NeNe?
Hey, how are you? Everything is well.
How are you? You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much. I'm honored to have you on the show.
Thank you so much for having me. I need the light. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. Like I said, I'm honored to be here. I'm honored to, talk and speak on every topic, that you want to talk about. I can speak about anything. And I'm just ready to go.
So thank you so much for that. I really appreciate you taking your time out your night to come on the show. I'm just letting everybody know how this happened. So, me and NeNe ended up on my boys' podcast, Really Vegan. Go show my man some love, y'all. I really,
definitely.
Please. Like this dude right here, he cared about his people. It's coming from the heart, it's coming from the soul. And he just want to get a message out there to his people, y'all. So go show him some love, support him. I hear people say support Black businesses and all that. This is a brother we need to support, y'all. So please,
definitely
love, check his videos out, and subscribe to his channel. All right, so me and NeNe ended up on his podcast, and so I'm listening to NeNe talk, and then I'm like, yo, man, she, like I said, she was articulating it, and it sounds so good coming out, and she knew what she was
making me blush.
It was a message, and it touched me. And I was like, yo, as soon as it's over, I'm going to reach out to her. So I did. NeNe took like 3 weeks. But she came.
You are definitely exaggerating.
She hollered at me. Now she here, y'all. So thank you so much again.
No worries, love. Like I said, thank you for having me. I too enjoyed the conversation that we had with our friend because I definitely feel like it was a conversation that needed to be had. And like you stated before, I love my people, and I just want to see all of us do good and prosper. So whatever I can do to play my part in that, I'm all for it, all in. So definitely, let's get this thing going. Okay.
Told y'all she was going. Now she gonna bring it, y'all. So y'all better be ready.
Be ready.
In High Town, Cool Rob. So let's get the people warmed up. How was your day today?
It was actually pretty peaceful. It was quiet. I didn't have to do no running around. And I just enjoyed it. I did. I was on my Netflix and chill today alone. But it was peaceful. It was definitely peaceful. Definitely peaceful.
Okay, cool. So I love asking this question, especially when it's the first time you're coming on the show. 3 things about NeNe. Tell us 3 things about you.
First and foremost, I'm 37 years old. I'm in the hospitality industry. It's something that I've been doing for about 15 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I fell into it just for the love of, helping people. And that's just pretty much what describes me. I just love helping people. I'm always, willing to put myself, in front of everything just to, see people go forward. Like I'm all about teaching and I love to read. Just, typical everyday stuff. I guess is normal to me. I don't really know too much with everybody else, but this is normal stuff for me. So.
It touches my soul just listening to you talk about how you love your people and how you want to help your people. And, it touches the soul. That's the best way I can say it, like you really passionate and care about helping your people.
Sometimes though, like, and I am, like, not to say that I'm not, I really am. But sometimes like I do feel, the weight of it. And I say it to my significant other constantly, about how empathetic I am. And I don't really think people understand what that really means. A lot of people know the definition, but a lot of people don't really know what it means to really be empathetic. And when I say that, that means that I really feel everything. You know what I mean? Like I don't just say it, I really feel it. So when you're hurt, I feel your hurt. And that's not just me saying it, I literally feel it, which is why I guess it's so easy for me to help people, because I understand more than most people would say they do, if that makes sense. But it's tough. It's tough being this way, but I wouldn't change my being for anything else in the world. I wouldn't, because I love the way, my heart is. Sometimes it, plays its evil games on me, but, I live and I learn and I keep growing. I never stop. I never give up. I never, throw in the towel. That's just not my character. But like I said, when I feel, I really feel, which is why I hurt so much from the things I see on the news, the things I see on Facebook, the things I see in my community every day. And it's sad to me. It's just really sad. It's really sad.
Well, hold on, be strong. All right. Don't give up.
I know. I never will give up. That is not part of my character, honey. I can't give up. I feel like if I give up, then, we don't have a chance. And I know I'm only one person, but I still deeply feel like my voice will change some lives. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but it will change somebody's life. And that's all I can ask. That's all I can ask.
That's exactly why y'all have her on the show. What she just said, that's exactly why I reached out to her to get her on the show.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
It's no worries. It's my pleasure. It really is. It really is.
All right, so all over the world, people come on the Cool Rob show. Boston, New York, Kentucky, UK, just to name a few. So, Ms. Hightower, like, where are you currently located?
I am currently in Columbia, Maryland. I am a DC native though, but Columbia is more peaceful, so that is where I reside right now.
Columbia, Maryland. My daughter live out Columbia, Maryland.
It's so peaceful out here.
Yeah, shout out to Raven. I love you so much.
Shout out to Raven.
Baby right there, y'all. So thank you so much for that, man. But let's get into
no worries.
Because the main topic, y'all, is fake love. But before we get to that, I got some things I want to talk to NeNe about. And so, you ready, NeNe?
I'm ready.
I've been looking forward to this all day. I ain't gonna say a lot. Right?
Me too.
Get started. I didn't grab the paper and everything. I'm so ready. Here we go, y'all. All right. So before we get to fake love, you're really passionate. Are you ready?
Very. I am.
You're really passionate about life.
And
I think you kind of answered that already, but just can you explain why though to the people?
Like I said before, I just really honestly want to see everybody do well in life. I've always been a well-wisher. I've never been the type of person to say, oh, she thinks she better, or, I wish they this and I wish they that. That's never been, part of my life. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I feel like if it was a lot more people like myself, and not to say in a conceited manner or anything of the sort, but I feel like if there were a lot more people like myself in the world, it wouldn't be as bad as it is. You know, it's just way too much hate, you know, and I feel like I don't want to be another person adding the venom, you know, to an already terrible place. Like, the world is evil, and I just find so much more joy in being the way that I am, you know. So I'd rather do this than do what everybody else is doing. So I don't know.
NeNe, have you always been like this, or was there something like, or a time in your life where like something hit you and you was like, you made a change?
I have always and forever been this way. And it's crazy because,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I like, not to say I've had a bad life or anything, but I've experienced life, you know, the same as the next person. I've had my struggles, you know, like I stated in the last meeting that we had, like I've been homeless, I've had, you know, terrible things done to me, but even dealing with all of that, like I use those as life lessons. You know, I don't use them as excuses to quit, excuses to give up, or excuses to lash out and misbehave. And like I said, I just much rather be this way than to be like everybody else, you know. And it like I say, it's to a fault sometimes because I have always been like this, and people are forever telling me like, when you gonna learn? But I don't know, like I just can't help it. Like I said, it's just naturally in me to be as caring as I am, and I don't know, I don't want to change it at this point. I just want to see everybody be like me.
Now I know you say a couple times you say that because you know being like that sometimes you know it can bite you in the ass, so to speak, right?
Mm-hmm.
Has there ever
Mm-hmm.
been an incident where that happened?
Oh, plenty. Matter of fact, recently, actually, about 2 years ago, it hit home with me, and it damaged a really, really close relationship with a family member. And you know, even with all of that, like I said, I'm still gonna be me. You know, I still have all the love in the world. I still, you know, wouldn't change anything about myself. I wouldn't change anything about the incident because like I say everything is for me to learn from and grow from. I just wish it hadn't been that person. But, you know, it's life and it is what it is. So,
Thank you so much for that, NeNe.
you know.
Got another topic. Well, not topic, but something else I want to talk to you about before we get to the main topic, which is fake love.
Okay.
So, I've been, doing my research, my homework. I like saying that research word.
It's a good word.
The word, right? I love it.
It is.
Doing my research, y'all. And so you've been in the hospitality field, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell us, first of all, can you tell us about it? Can you tell us about it?
So hospitality is anything hotel wise, anything customer service wise, but mainly hotels. I'm an engineer coordinator, but I didn't, of course, start out in that um, trade. But I started out in the laundry room of a hotel, and I worked my way up, and now I'm here. But it's just pretty much hotel industry, you know. So
So I love asking this question to
yeah.
to a special guest. What inspired you to get into this field?
Just like I said, my love of helping people. And to a lot of my family, like my grandmother and a few of my aunts, growing up, it was the careers that they chose, and you know they retired in it. And I used to go and visit them, you know, on their sites or whatever, and I just love watching them help people, especially my grandmother. Like I'm more like her, you know, when it comes to it, because I always, you know, watch her go above and beyond, and I learned how to, you know, be that way, and it helped me to get, you know, to where I am. And it was just all a matter of absorbing her energy, I guess, and it just did something to me. It just clicked in me, and that's what I wanted to do. Of course I've dabbled in other things, but it's always been the hospitality and my love to help people.
That's good stuff right there, NeNe. So how long you been doing it?
About 10, 15 years. Long time.
You know, so I guess my field is security, right? A lot of people that know me know.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been doing that, NeNe, for about 22, 23 years.
Mm-hmm. I know. I listen. I know.
23 years, y'all. All right, so before we get to the main topic, NeNe, you got any fondest memory? You said 10, 15 years. Any fondest memory you could think of being in the hospitality field? Just had one memory.
Yes. Well, I used to work for a Hilton property. I was there for about 3 years. So that means, I came in contact with a lot of different people, a lot of familiars. And there was this one guest we had, and he was with us for about 2 years, 2 to 3 I was there. And I, of course, saw him every day. And he was there because his apartment had caught fire. And he ended up, residing with us for the time that he needed to. And I got to know him. And when it was time for him to leave, it was like really sad because I got used to, seeing him every morning. And he used to do like really sweet things for my front desk staff, breakfast or coffee, little things like that. And the day he left, it was like a really sad moment for like all of us. I think me and like two of my other managers, we all cried in the lobby. It was just like too cute, but also like so unprofessional. We just could not help it because as we had been used to seeing him every single day and he was gone. And like, it was just crazy. Like, I just never knew I could get so attached to a stranger. And it was just really dope. It was really dope.
It was sweet, NeNe. Thank you so much for that.
No worries.
So now we are here. The main topic, y'all, fake love. So let me tell you how we got here. So like I said, me and NeNe ended up on the same podcast. My boy Donnie, Greedy Vegan, go show him some love, subscribe. And so I reached out to NeNe like, please, I need you on the show. I want you on the show. You can't say no, right? So NeNe took about 3-4 weeks. She got a busy schedule, but she finally answered back. And now she's here, right? So I said, NeNe, what you want to talk about, or do you want me to come out time? So she's like, I can talk about anything. That's what she said, right? So I was like, all right. So I do my thing, I do my research, I'm putting it together, and then NeNe say, "Ho, I want to talk about fake love." I was like, all right, so I switched it around. So here we go, y'all. Fake love, and I love this because people don't know if you've been following me when I first started this. The bullpen was everybody sitting around the table just talking about a topic. You know what I'm saying? And so, so we kind of bringing that back. So I'm loving it, NeNe. So you ready?
I am ready.
All right, here we go. Fake love, y'all. NeNe, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean when you say fake love?
So when I say fake love, I mean that look you in your face and, smile at you, but then in the same breath when you're not looking, wish nothing but bad things on you. To me, that's fake love.
Right.
And it's a serious issue, within especially the Black community, because with the sisters mainly. And I think it's something that we need to address because it's getting out of control. And, we just was having a conversation before we, went live about this type of stuff, and it's out of control. It's out of control.
Definitely is, y'all. It's out of control. So let me ask you this. Oh, no, was you finished?
Yeah, I'm finished. Go ahead.
Okay, so let me ask you this before I get to the next question.
Mm-hmm.
Is it more of the sisters, or is it more of the brothers, or is it 50-50?
I would say 50-50.
Okay.
I would say 50-50 because I see, like, not in my own personal experience with the male species, but I do see, and I, like, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram and Snap and all that stuff. So I do see, the male species. I see the news and the types of things that y'all too go through. So I would definitely say it's a 50-50 thing. But it hits, like I said, our community like way heavier than it does any other race. And it's sad. It's really sad. It's really like we are the only race who will not come together and join and, for the greater cause. And it's like really crazy. Like, it's just really crazy. And I don't know. And I don't know where all the hatred comes from, like, why do you feel the need to to hate on somebody and then to be such a coward to hate on them in secret. You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to hate on me, at least, have the decency to hate on me to my face so that I know that you're hating on me and give me the choice to deal with you or not. You know what I'm saying? Don't be fake about it. Like, I can't stand that type of stuff. And it's just, like I said, I see it every day on my timeline and I'm over it. And you don't know who you can trust. And I guess that's where it really came from. Not knowing who you can trust. That's the scary feeling, especially to me because of my heart, and I can't fathom, having someone in my personal space that really doesn't care for me. It's not something that I want to go through. And I think it's quite sad that people are out here going through that type of stuff. Like, why not just hate on your own and leave me be, but
which is true. But you know what, NeNe, as you were talking, I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, but you can have an inner circle of 7 people, right? Mm-hmm. And you strongly and truly believe that these are your mans. Unless they come flat out, or unless the sister come out and say, I don't fuck with you, I don't like you. Like, you don't know, you know what I'm saying? So it's
I know. And that's go ahead.
No, go ahead. You go ahead.
But like, that's like the point as to why I wanted to talk about it. Like, so people can be aware, you know what I mean? Because like you said, a lot of us are not aware. Our eyes are not open to these people that we are in contact with on the regular, that we don't know, feel the way they feel about us really, you know what I mean? But one thing that I have realized in my life experience is, like, there are always signs. There are signs every single day. We just choose to ignore the signs because we don't want to believe that that person is capable of such behavior. You understand what I'm saying? And it's like, at the end of the day, I tell people all the time, like, I don't know about nobody else, but my gut, this sister here, honey, she talks to me, and if I pick up on your energy, I know, what I'm saying, that you're not the type of person for me, which is why my circle is so small. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I tell you, when being empathetic, plays a good part of my well-being, because I'm able to weed out, the bad people. I've don't get me wrong, like, I've had one person in my whole life ever feel like that about me, but all of that just came to the light. But I've always known, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've always known, I just didn't want to believe it, you know what I'm saying? But now that I do know, I keep you here, you know what I'm saying? Like, I still love you, but I'm gonna keep you here with it, because the minute you get here, ain't no telling what you're gonna do to me. You understand what I'm saying? So it's just like, pay attention to those signs, because it's always something telling you that something is not right about this or that person. You know what I'm saying? Don't always be fooled by the good things that that person does, because there might be some bad things that they're doing to you as well. You know what I'm saying? So just stay woke, just don't put anything past anybody, is what I'm saying. And I'm not, saying not to trust people, but just be cautious. You know what I'm saying? Just pay attention to everything and everyone, because we are in a time now where the world is so full of evil. It's hard to tell, who you can trust and who you can't trust, because we see it every day on the news. You know what I'm saying? Like, people who are in the same neighborhood, people who grow up with each other, will be the same people that turn the gun on each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, I literally saw a video a few weeks ago, 2 dudes in New York. They were sitting on the block talking, and one dude looked this way. The next thing, the next nigga, had the gun to his head and shot him in the head. And it's like, they was literally sitting there having a conversation, but with no hesitation, that man shot him in the head. And it's just like, why? If you had that much hate for that man, why not just not be around him? You know what I'm saying? Like, why not? Why is violence, or why is the negative always the winner? Like, why can't we choose to take the higher route? Right. And it's just, like I said, before, I'm never confrontational. I don't really like confrontation, but I ain't no bitch. I ain't no punk, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to go for too much of nothing. But at the same time, I'm not going to get in a screaming match with you. I'm not going to, be on Facebook going back and forth. If I don't like you, I just don't like you. And it ain't going to be no secret that I don't like you. I'm going to let you know I don't like you, so you know that you don't need to be around me. And it's just that simple. Right. And I just wish, that other people could be as simple, because it's not that hard. You know, people make it way harder than it really has to be. Like, it's nothing but some words. Let that person know, hey, look, I don't fuck with you. You don't fuck with me. We just need to go our separate ways. And that's just how it's going to be. But it's not enough mature people in the world to take that higher route. Like, it's that mentality that we have, and we got to let it go. We got to let it go, because y'all pass that shit to your kids. You know what I'm saying? And y'all don't even realize that y'all are raising menaces to society out here. And it's hurtful. It's really hurtful. And it's like, when are y'all going to open your eyes? You know, and it bothers me even more when I hear adults or see adults doing it. Like, damn, like, it's one thing to, you know, see kids arguing, like, y'all kids, okay, cool, they gonna get over it or whatever. But grown ass people, like, it's just too much. It's just too much. And me personally, like, I just think there are way bigger issues to be worried about than, you know, hating on some damn body. Like, if you can't put money in my pocket, you ain't paying no rent, you ain't paying no car notes, putting food in my refrigerator, nothing like that, then I don't feel the need to give you that much energy. It's like, for what? I don't get it. I don't get it.
NeNe, what are the signs of fake love? You can give me 3 to 5.
Let me see. I don't know. I can't really say like what a sign. I guess it's like, it depends on the person. I guess behavior would be one. I'm gonna just speak from my experience.
Okay.
Behavior was definitely one of them. I started noticing like certain eye contacts that person was making with me, like when I would share good news, the type of conversation that they would give me, you know, when I was sharing my good news or whatever, anything good that was happening to me and that I wanted to share, it was always some type of smart ass comment or some dirty ass look. But then a little fake ass smile in it. People be wild as shit. But you know what I'm saying? It's like, I guess it depends on the person. But from my experience, like I said, it was definitely the behavior, the conversation, and the lack of genuine love. The lack of genuine love. All of that played its part in me realizing that that person didn't really care for me. So, you know, it is what it is.
Well, I'm glad you finally recognize it so you can remove yourself from that person.
I'm gonna be good. That's why I said because I just posted about it yesterday. Like, my plate is never gonna be empty because, honey, I'm blessed. I don't worry about that type of stuff. It is that God will deal with that. It's not for me.
Not for me either, y'all. All right, NeNe. So another thing that we spoke about. There you go. Another thing that we spoke about. You said you and your girlfriends, had a discussion about this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what's the percentage in the clique? Is it 100% everybody agree with each other? Is it 60-40? What is it?
It's usually about 60-40. And then it's crazy because part of that 60 will still be part of that 40. And it's like, you got a lot of people playing devil's advocates. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, which side are you really on? Like, are you on my side? Are you on her side? But, you know, like I said, women, we are crazy. We are crazy. And I don't know, we just crazy. And it's definitely 60-40. I could really get really deep into that shit, but it's like I said, you got them that 60 will say, okay, look, you was right. They was definitely wrong about it. But then as soon as you leave me, you gonna go to that 40 and be like, I was trying to tell that bitch, she was wrong and she shouldn't have said that. She shouldn't have did that. But then somebody else from that 40 gonna come to you and be like, well, such and such said. Then it's now y'all going back and forth with, and it's just too much. And it never stops. It just never stops. Because first you start out beefing with this person, then once that beef, and now you beefing with that person, then you beefing with this person, and it keeps on going. And it's like, for what? Me personally, I don't have time for it. I don't have time for it. And it's always a he say, she say something. Like, well, he said or she said. Okay, well, did you hear him say it? Did you hear her say it? I'm never one to go off what nobody say, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a pay attention to what somebody tells me, but I'm never going to judge you for what I heard about you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to come up with my own judgment of you and your character. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, like I have a family member, and this particular person quick to cut you off because somebody else don't like you. And I'd be like, but you was just friends with her. Like, I just saw y'all at Fridays, but okay, whatever, and it's just like, I don't understand that type of behavior. It's confusing to me. And I'm not even joking when I say that shit. Like, it's really confusing to me. Like, how do you act like that? How do you behave like that? And it just makes me question, like, who raised y'all? Like, I don't understand. And I get, some people are definitely raised in really good homes, and they just, choose to behave. They want to behave how they want to behave. But why? Why do you want to behave like that? Why do you not want to, have a girlfriend that you can, turn to when you need to? And so you don't have to go run to that nigga that's going to want this and that from you, and you really don't want to go there. You know what I'm saying? But you beefing with her, so you can't go there. And it's like, the fuck? It don't even make sense to me. I don't know. It's just crazy. It's childish.
Told you she was going to bring it, y'all. All right, so NeNe, so I know the topic is fake love. But
we can talk about everything. I told you that.
All right, so I came up with this right here. What is your overall experience with love at this point in your life? The overall experience with love.
Well, my overall experience with love is, I believe in love, but my experiences has taught me that you have to show me, that you love me. You can't just say that you love me. You have to prove to me that you love me. And it's not just by buying me flowers, buying me candy and all that type of shit. Like, no, you got to really be for me, for me to really know that you love me. And like I said, I personally feel like love is a really loose word, that people just throw out there, not even realizing, look at you, not even realizing, what it really means to love someone. You know what I mean? Like me, I feel like if I love you, I want nothing but the best for you. You know what I mean? Like, I hurt when you hurt. I feel when you feel. You hungry, I'm going to feed you. You don't have no shoes on your feet, let's go to the mall. You know what I'm saying? I give you the shirt off my back. That's love to me. You know what I'm saying? If I got $5 in my pocket, it's $2.50. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's just how it's going to be. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I don't just say, I love people, and it's like friends as well. Like, friends is another word I don't use, too much, because I don't believe everybody's your friend. I have a lot of associates, but I don't have a lot of friends. I have a few friends, you know what I'm saying? But people just say these things just because it's a word and the definition says that, okay, well, if we're doing this, that must mean that it's this. Nah, baby. Read between those words, read between those lines. It goes way deeper than just what you see on that paper. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to know what it really means to show that type of emotion. Like, love is strong. It's not something to be taken lightly. And it's just a lot of people out here just throwing it around like it's nothing. And I feel like it's been lost in translation way before our time, to be honest. So
Good stuff right there, NeNe. NeNe, have you ever been hurt before? And one,
man,
you
gonna ask me a full question.
So I would get so deep into listening to you talk. That's where it came out. But I know we all been hurt, because I've been hurt. So I'm gonna flip it, the question.
Okay.
Can you think of one experience that you had when you've been hurt?
Oh yeah. And I ain't gonna talk too loud about it because my significant other in the living room. So my last relationship, it was something that meant a lot to me. It was 10 years. It was kind of in and out because of whatever the situation was or whatever, but it was always there. And how it ended, it was crazy, because I ended up finding out, not by him, but being nosy. And I normally, this is how I know that's why I tell about my gut, but I normally don't do this type of stuff. Like, but something just was like, just go through the phone. And I went through the phone, And sure enough, it was a text message from the girl talking about a baby. And I'm like, what baby? So I asked him if he had anything to tell me. And he was like, nah. Like, you sure ain't nothing I need to know? And come to find out, he, so that shit crushed me, crushed me. And it only crushed me so much because I said it was 10 whole years. We got pregnant in 2017 and ended up losing the baby. And it cost me one of my fallopian tubes or whatever. And, that lowered my risk of ever having a baby. So it hit deep. It really hit deep to know that you're going to have a baby with somebody else, and knowing that you have no feelings for this person whatsoever, but you've created a child with her, and it crushed me. It crushed me. It did. It really did. But it is what it is, and I'm still here. So
you ready to say you still here, but and I'm gonna share my story. So I've been hurt, but I've been hurt several times in 37 years I've been on this earth. But one particular time I was hurt. Let me tell y'all my story a little bit. Nobody in the house, so I can talk loud. Here we go. It was back in 2001. 2001.
Graduating year.
It was graduation year, 01, class of 01, shout out to class of 01.
Class of 01.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Northwestern High School. So I met this girl, and I met her through my boy, shout out Mel Pink. So I ain't gonna say her name, but I met this girl at his job. Oh, at that time, I loved this girl. She was so beautiful to me. Like, I love this girl. And somewhere along the line, things just changed. I don't know, because I was a little older. Her grandmother didn't like me. So that was the first thing, y'all. Look, always get good with the grandmother, because this lady did not like me. She hated me for whatever reason. She hated me. So eventually after about a couple months, it was over. But I love this girl so much. So when it was over, like they was like, look, if you keep coming around, we're gonna ship her so far you ain't gonna never see her again. So finally it was over. I couldn't see her, I couldn't talk to her. Man, I was so hurt, y'all. I couldn't eat. You talking about I couldn't eat? You ever had a bite of a nice sandwich and you just only had that one bite and you had to throw it away because you wasn't hungry? I couldn't sleep, waking up 5 a.m. thinking about this girl. So yeah.
That is so sad. And I'm trying to make faces because that is so sad.
Okay,
why would they do that to you?
So like I said, the grandmother didn't like me. So when she didn't like me, it was over before it started. Like I could not get this lady to like me. She just wasn't rocking with me.
That is so not cool. And it's crazy that you said that, because like with my last relationship, that was one of the problems in that relationship as well. My family didn't really care for him because they knew, the type of stuff that we had gone through. And before I finished saying what I'm saying, not to say that, he was a bad dude or anything. Homie, he's a good dude. He just did a dumb fucking thing. Let's just say that.
Mm-hmm.
But with that being said, my family didn't really care too much for it. And a lot of it was because they didn't understand why I stayed with him. And, they would say little things, especially my grandmother. They would say little things like, you too good for him, this, and you too good. First of all, I'm not too good for anybody. You know what I'm saying? I come from the same places he come from. I just decided to go a different route than he did. You understand what I'm saying? But that don't mean that I'm better than him, and also I'm very understanding. I'm understanding of life. I'm understanding of people. I'm understanding that shit just happens. You know what I mean? Who am I to judge somebody for a mistake that they made? Because I make mistakes too. And on a regular, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes on a regular, but it's okay, because that's how we learn. And I had to learn that family and relationships, they do not mix. They are not supposed to mix, because it's a real bias feeling when it's, the family, and it's not fair to the other person, the outsider, you know what I'm saying? Because they're coming in just wanting to be welcomed, and y'all just shunning them. And it's just damn, what about the person that they love, or, you know what I'm saying, that that I love him. You know what I'm saying? Like, why can't that matter? Why do you have to focus on the negative so much? You know what I'm saying? Like, why not focus on the fact that she is a good dude? I mean, she is a good girl, or he is a good dude, or whatever the case is. Why shouldn't that matter? Why is it their situation, your bigger picture? Like, if they're not hurting you or, you know, causing harm to you, then it shouldn't be a problem. And I personally feel like that played a lot in why we ended up, you know, where we were, because he didn't feel accepted in my family. And it was damaging. And I really feel sad for you, because you never know where you and that girl could have been.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, that's crazy. Like, they just snatched away a future. Not to say that y'all, you know, that's what it would have been, but the possibilities are endless at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn.
Yeah, grandma.
Damn, grandma.
She didn't rock with me, so
damn, grandma.
Yeah, she wouldn't rock with me at all. But you know what? Shout out to her. She was a beautiful lady, so you know, hope all is well with her. And shout out to the girl that I'm talking about. Like, I'm not gonna say her name. She's older now. She had 3 beautiful kids. She's married.
That's awesome.
We still talk off and on, you know, on the book, whatever like that. So shout out to her as well.
Yes.
Yeah, it's all good, you know. But just I remember that the grandmother did not like me. I don't know what I did. I think I was over there, y'all, and she knew I was over there, but she didn't catch me. And so after that, she saw me leaving out the house. And so that day, she was like, "Oh nah." That day, it was over. I could never get this lady. Like, I even tried to talk to her. She wouldn't give me no words. One time she told me get to stepping. I was like, all right. And I rolled out. Yep.
Because what else could you do at that point?
Yeah, you know. But it's all good. You know, we talking fake love, y'all.
It is all good.
It's all good. NeNe.
Yes.
There's another one right here. Have you ever been in love before?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, that was 10 years. 10 years. And I've yet to feel it again. And I don't honestly know that I ever will. And that's just me being honest with you, because it wasn't just the time. People don't realize that when you mate with somebody, a part of your soul mates with them. And when the connection is made, it's such a beautiful thing. It is such a beautiful thing. And that's when I realized that I was in love. But before that, never. After that, nope, never. And it's like, I don't want to say that I don't want it again, but I'm still, you know, there. So I can't really, I'm not capable of doing that right now. But I did, and I still am. Honestly, if I'm going to be honest about it, I still am.
What I tell y'all, this is exactly why I wanted to bring her on here, y'all. I told y'all.
Got me airing my dirty laundry.
But you know, I wouldn't even say that. You just spend some knowledge to the people. You know, you sharing your story. That's basically doing you on this smallest platform. Like I said, I'm only 260 strong, but
that's a good number. Don't downplay your show. That's a good number.
Okay, yeah, me be having my 200. Yeah, we right, my 260 strong. We strong.
That's right. That's right.
You know, but you sharing your story.
I'm happy to, because like I said, whatever, you know, I can do to reach somebody, you know, even if it's just one person, I'm so happy with that, because I can only hope and pray that that one person will take, you know, my experiences to help somebody else. So, yeah.
So here we go, NeNe. What does it feel like what does it feel like being in love?
It's like the best feeling in the world, but then it's also like the worst feeling in the world.
Can you explain?
Yes, I can. So like, I guess the best part about it is knowing that you are, and knowing that you are capable of. And then the worst part is when it's not there. you know, when you no longer have it,
Mm.
and you will no longer, you know, have it, and it's just like you can't eat, like you said, you can't sleep, you know, you don't really want to do too much of anything. Your energy levels are up and down, your weight up and down, your stress up and down. It's just, it's a lot. Me personally, the happy parts, you know, was definitely the best parts of it. Because I had 10 years of them. But like I said, when it was all said and done, it crushed my spirit. Like, it really crushed my spirit. I mean, like, to the point where I'm lashing at this point, and I don't want you to talk to me. Don't look at me. Don't say nothing to me type shit. Like, you might be like him. And you, like, it was just too much. And like I said, it was a lot of, you know, sleepless nights and a lot of not wanting to eat and wanting to be bothered. And
Right.
like, I'm gonna say it's more relatable to that depressive state. Like, it got real depressing, really depressing, really depressing.
So, two things. One, I know exactly what you're talking about because I would literally go to work, come home, and at this particular time, I was smoking cigarettes, y'all. So I'm not smoking them no more, y'all. Stop. It's been a long time, y'all. I would
Yay,
go to
congratulations.
work and come home and smoke because that's all I didn't want to do nothing. I remember, this is a true story, because I was so hurt. Like I said, I would call a couple of my closest friends and tell them how much I was hurt. One of my boys knocked on the door. It's a true story. He knocked on the door. I was sitting right on the floor, hurt. He knocked on the door. I didn't answer because I was just so distraught, so hurt. He texted me, I think maybe 20, 30 minutes after, and said, you know, I know you're going through something. He said, but this ain't nothing that you can't get over. I love you. He's like, you know what I'm saying? You're going to get over it.
That's
like,
right.
Trust me, he's going to get over it. And that text message was the day things started turning. You know, I ain't saying I just changed right away, but
Of course.
after that text message, that's when everything started. I was like, hold up, yeah, like, nah, you know, I can't live like this no more. You know what I mean? I got myself together.
Right.
So I want to thank my boy Eric for that. Shout out to Eric.
Shout out to Eric.
Yeah, that's my boy right there. So yeah, that text message, it woke me up. I was like, all right, hold on, I gotta get out of this, man. Got myself back together. But I
That
know
is
what you're talking
awesome.
about. But here's the funny
Yeah.
part, NeNe. Why when we get hurt, we can't eat?
Like, why you want to starve yourself?
You know what I'm saying? Like, why nothing else can't happen? Because I'm telling y'all, if you never been hurt, I don't know if you ever been hurt, y'all, but it's not a good feeling when you go get some food that you really want. You take a bite and you don't even want it. You just
the taste is gone. The taste is gone.
The waking up 5 in the morning, shit, that because as soon as you wake up, you're thinking about him or her.
Shit, you talking about waking up, you think about it when you sleep. How about that?
Going to sleep, your heart beating and shit. This is the shit that I've been through.
Me too.
So
I say, like, it's crazy. Like, you know, like there are some people, you know, when they hurt, they do eat, like they resort to overeating type of thing. I think it's a character thing. Like, to each person, it's different behavior. Because I said, yeah, we would probably be the type of people that don't really have a taste for nothing. We don't want to, you know, see nobody talking about eating anything type of shit. But you got them other people that will literally sit in front of a TV all day and just eat themselves into happiness. You know what I'm saying? Because once that fullness gets there, like, you can't really, you know, think about anything else for real. But I don't know. I think it's the craziest thing to want to hurt yourself once you've been hurt. Like, why add on to, you know, what's already painful? But
yeah, I never got into that stage. But that can't sleep and that can't eat. Oh,
yeah, it's crazy.
Another thing, that wanting to hear from him and wanting to talk to him.
Oh God, yes.
Because you know you can't.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So that's when you want to holler at him and see him the most. I mean, I used to sit there and just be like, yo, I would do anything to see this girl. You know what I'm saying?
I had a phone full of pictures, Rob, that I would literally just look at all day, all night. And don't judge me, but it got so bad. I had to take one of his shirts and I rubbed some of his oil because he likes to wear oil. So I took some of his oil, I rubbed it on the shirt, and I put the shirt on one of my pillows. And that's how I was able to sleep. And it was like for about, I want to say about 3 months, I did that. And then finally I was like, you know what, I need to wash this shirt. But I did that. I did that shit for like 3 months. I did. And it was just like, at that point, I just needed something to help me, get through all that shit because I wasn't sleeping. And, even still, you can kind of still see the heaviness under my eyes. Like they're coming back, but it was a lot of heaviness from me, not sleeping and me being stressed out and everything. And it was just too much. It was just way too much. Way too much. But, you do what you got to do to cope. You know what I'm saying? And you do what you got to do so that you are all right in the end.
Right.
And,
all,
I did what I had to do.
Right. We all cope different ways, y'all. So I feel ashamed, the things you do, because trust me, I done some things. Get over it. NeNe done some things. So
yes, don't be ashamed, honey. Do what you got to do because no one will ever be able to tell you how to feel. Like, I hate it when people say you shouldn't feel like that or you shouldn't, do this. You shouldn't. Like, please don't tell me what I shouldn't or should not do. I'm going to do what's in the best interest of myself. So if that means that I want to sit here and lay on this pillow until I don't want to lay on this pillow no more, please let me just lay. So if you feel like, all you want to do is cry, by all means, let it out. That's your way of healing. Baby, heal. And don't let anybody make you feel any type of way, for you trying to get through whatever is causing your pain.
That was so beautiful, NeNe. Talking fake love, y'all. Love, fake love. We just talking love. So here we go. NeNe, so the topic is love.
Mm-hmm.
How do we slow down the growth of fake love? I thought I put the question together. How do we slow growth of fake love?
First, we can start by being honest. First and foremost.
Right.
If you don't mess with a person for real, be honest with that person and let them know. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know. Your honesty might open up a door to where y'all can have some type of understanding and there's no more fake love. You understand? Because a lot of that should be misunderstandings for real, if we're going to be honest about it. Like somebody is misunderstanding you in some way, shape, or form, But just be honest. If we start telling people, how we really feel and stop being afraid to hear how somebody really feel, we can definitely slow this shit down because, like I said, it's just a lot of, people not wanting to face their own selves in the mirror. And that's where you got to start. You got to be able to face yourself. You got to, because if you can't at least look at yourself in the mirror, how on earth do you expect to go out there and face anybody else? How can you tell somebody else that they shit stink when, you sitting over here in a pile of yours? You understand what I'm saying? Like, people say I'm mean.
People say that?
People say I'm mean. People, I've been called cold-hearted. But I'm very honest, and I'm the type of honest where if it hurts your feelings, I'm so sorry it hurts your feelings, but it's how I feel. And I've never been one to hide how I feel. You can take it how you're going to take it, but at the end of the day, you will never be able to say, I did not let you know. So if some behavior starts coming from me that you claim you didn't know about, my nigga, you knew because I told you, and like I say, I don't look at it as being mean. I just look at it as, me just being honest, what I'm saying? Doing what I was raised to do. Like I was raised to speak my mind. I was raised to say how I feel. If you were bothering me, I was raised to say, stop bothering me. You understand what I'm saying? So if you say, oh, well, you're doing this to me or whatever, and I respond to you, well, I'm sorry I'm doing that to you, but I can't afford to act like, I'm cool with that situation. I'm not gonna do that because to me that's fake, and I've never been one to be fake. So if that means that you want to call me mean or cold hearted or whatever the case is, but one thing you will definitely be able to say at the end, like, you respect my honesty. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's all I ask, is that you respect my honesty. Like, you'll be mad at me right now, but believe you me, later down the line, you'll be like, you know what? I appreciate you being honest with me about that shit. And that's all I can ask. It's all I can ask. But yeah, people call me mean all the time. Like, my boyfriend, he stays saying, you just so mean. I'm not mean, baby. I'm just very honest and very, very communicative about my feelings. I don't sugarcoat.
Well, that's a shocker to me, because to me, NeNe, like I said, we've known each other for a long time. Even though we don't speak every day, we're not in each other's inner circle. But to me, you are the sweetest girl in the world. So I don't. When you say people say you mean, maybe I haven't seen that side, or maybe I haven't double crossed you.
That's what it is right there. That shit right there. Because, like, what I try to get people to understand, I am one of the sweetest people, like, sweetest people you will ever want to know. But once you rub me the wrong way, honey, you rub me the wrong way, and you're going to know that you rub me the wrong way. I'm never going to be like, oh, I'm okay with that. Nah, I'm not okay with it. And, everybody that knows me knows I do have an attitude problem. I do, because, and I'm not even I'm going to stop saying I have an attitude problem, because that don't sound right, but I just don't understand people's logic sometimes. And it gets to the point where it makes me angry if I'm trying to get you to see where you're going wrong and you steady trying to justify it. Now I got a problem, because, like, why are you sitting here wasting my time? If you going to stay firm in what you believe, then stop talking to me about it. Go about your business. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not trying to hear what I got to say for real, and not to say that I want everybody to, to agree or anything, like, it's like, that's, one thing that we discuss all the time too is, he feels like I just want him to be in agreement, and that's never the case. I just want some understanding. You know what I mean? Like, I just want you to understand. It's never about, me wanting to be right or me wanting you to be wrong. I just want us to have some type of understanding. And I take that type of behavior dealing with everybody. It's not just in my relationship, it's, with my relationship with my grandmother, or with one of my girlfriends, or with my sister or my brother, or whatever the case or person might be. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I don't understand the situation, how do you expect for me to go through it with you? How can I help you if I need to? How can I decide whether I want to even be there or not if I don't understand it? Like, I like the option to choose, what type of environments I'm going to be placed in, or what type of situations I'm going to be placed in. So if me being honest with you, or, me being communicative about what I feel about the situation is being mean, I take being mean any day. And it does not bother me, not one bit, because I can't help who I am. Like, I'm an honest individual. I really am. And like I said, if most people was honest and not be afraid when people are honest with them, the world would be such a better place. Like, it would be, because people tell me, shit I do all the time. And I might feel some type of way about it in the midst of the conversation, but I'm gonna get over it. Like, I'm not gonna hold no grudge because you decided to tell me that I did something wrong. Please tell me that I did something wrong, because how else am I gonna know not to do it again? I'm human. So of course I'm not gonna, smile when you tell me I'm doing it wrong, but I'm grown at the end of the day. I'm a woman at the end of the day, and I know that I'm capable of being wrong at times. So if you, want to tell me that I'm wrong, please do. I invite it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have a problem with it. And that's why I don't see why people have problems with it. Like, how do you expect to grow? Like, where's your room for growth? I leave room for growth. I leave room for error, because that's what you're supposed to do. That's what makes you you. But when you so bent on being like everybody else and knowing what everybody else is doing, like, then everybody's just the same. And that's the type of world that we're facing. Everybody is the goddamn same. Like, I tell people all the time, I pride myself on being different. Like, I hate when somebody say, oh, you just like her. No, I'm not. That is so offensive to me. Like, please don't tell me I'm just like her, because I'm not like anybody but Tanisha, and at the end of the day, not to say I'm better or anything like that, I just don't, I guess I never picked up, even growing up around, certain type of females, like I just never picked up on the normal female behavior. Like I have more, if anything, male behavior than I do female. Like I'm a girl at the end of the day, but like, I like playing video games and basketball. I watch football, during football season, all that shit. I'm not full going to the club shaking my ass and stuff. Like I would much rather sit at home and watch TV. You know what I'm saying? Like I would much rather go shoot some pool or throw some darts or something, go bowling. Like I'm not full being around a bunch of niggas or, hanging on the block. Like that has never been my thing. And I think that's, a lot of reasons why I am the way that I am, because I was never the fit in girl. Even, back in, the Northwestern days, like I used to hang with, some chilies when I was on the squad or whatever. But even with that, like I still did my own thing. And, it wasn't the fact that, I didn't mess with people. It was just at an early age, I learned that I can't too much get in trouble if I'm by myself. You know what I'm saying? Like you get in way too much trouble when you in a group or when you in a crowd. Like
Right.
it's easier to get called out when you like that. When you by yourself, it's hard to stay in the midst of everything. You know what I'm saying? And I've never had a messy life, as opposed to a lot of my associates or a lot of my family members, living messy lives. Like I can't relate to the type of stuff that y'all go through because I decided to take the other way. Y'all went that way, I went the other way, but like I said, it's just too much. Like it's just way too much. And I don't want, like I said, I don't understand it, to be honest. And even with the conversation we was having, a couple weeks ago, whatever, but about the post and everything, like even with that one particular female, like I just don't get it. Like I don't get it. And especially, in the type of world that we live in, like that's the last thing I want to be associated with, and I love being different. You can call me what you want, you can say what you want. Like I said, as long as you ain't putting food on my table or, putting gas in my car, or you ain't showing up to my door with no drama, I can care less. I can really care less. And that's just how I feel about it. I'm going to feel how I feel. You can't take my opinion from me no more than I can take your opinion from you. Like if that's what you like, cool, like it. You know what I'm saying? Don't mind me in my opinion. Don't be so hell-bent on trying to convince me why you like what you like. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm cool with you liking what you like. Just be cool with me not liking what you like. You understand what I'm saying? Like that's just how it works. But like I said, we don't understand the type of damage that we're doing to our youth with the type of behavior that we reflect every day. And it's just damaging. It's really damaging. And like I said, I just feel so sorry, for this generation, because it's just gonna get worse for them if we don't change it now. If we don't work on these little minor, little dumb issues that we're having, and try to be better people. If not for yourself, do it for your children. People feel like, oh well, they got always got food, or they got clean clothes, like that's enough. Okay, cool. For some people that may be enough. But when you really think about it, is it really enough? You know what I mean? Like, are you instilling morals in that child? Are you instilling principles in that child? Are you teaching that child right from wrong, really? Because I notice a lot of parents, would tell a child, oh, well, this wrong, that's wrong, don't do this, don't do that. But then turn right around and, do the same thing that you just told that child to do. And I get it's a difference with you being the adult and them being the child, but it's kind of contradictory. You know what I mean? Like you can't expect for them to take you seriously when you're doing it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, don't tell me don't get high, but then I go in the room and you in there smoke. Like, don't do that. Like, that's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? If you gonna smoke your weed or whatever the case is, don't do it where they can see you. Say at least, when you are telling them to stay away from the drugs, they're listening to you. Well, mommy ain't doing it, daddy ain't doing it. You know what I'm saying? Even if they go around their friends, they might try it, but you never know the type of impact that you might have just by actually being different. You know what I'm saying? And being like everybody else. And I try to tell people that all the time. Like, you don't have to always fit in. Like, I don't know when it became such a thing to fit in. And me personally, I missed it. Like, it went right over my little head. So
Right.
it is what it is.
I ain't say one word. You see, I told you she was gonna bring it. Yeah, I want her to get everything out. I didn't say one word. This should be the NeNe show. Special guest Cool Rob. NeNe show. Yeah, this is NeNe show.
Stop what you doing. Like, seriously, stop what you doing. I
So
told you.
I got 2 questions from the viewers, NeNe. So you know what I do now when I'm getting ready for an interview, I kind of just do my research and I go out and I ask different people, what would you ask NeNe if you was interviewing NeNe? What would you ask NeNe? So you know I do that. So
Okay.
here's two questions I got for you from the viewers.
Okay.
So one, here we go. NeNe, would you rather be rich or in love? Be honest.
In love. In love.
So right now you would pick
Honest.
in love over $62 million and 35 cents.
Any day.
Is there a reason why?
And definitely. Because I wholeheartedly believe that money is the root of all evil.
Which is
Money
true.
money means absolutely nothing to me, because the day I leave this earth, I can't take that with me.
True.
I can take love with me when I go.
Mm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mm.
So I would definitely pick being in love over money any day.
Okay. Question from the life coach, D.O., my boy Donnell Oaks. That's another brother right there.
Oh, shout out Darnell.
You know Donnell?
I do.
Oh, shit, y'all. See, shout out to my boy Donnell Oaks, you know, the author of the book entitled I Did That. Go get that book, y'all. It's everywhere.
Yes.
Hey, y'all. Donnell Oaks got a question for you. Okay, here we go. Would you rather be a wife or in love?
Wouldn't they coexist with each other?
Well,
I would hope so.
I mean, I guess right. You're right, but I mean, you know.
Okay, let me explain.
Here we go.
So I would rather be a wife in love with my husband. Because marriage is something that I do not take lightly, which is why I'm 37 and never have been married. I've been proposed to several times, but I have never been married, because there is meaning to that. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's not just a word. You understand what I'm saying? Like, once you go before God and you promise to, do all these things and be this type of person for your significant other for the rest of your life, like, you gotta honor that. And I believe in that. So if you marry me, listen, ain't no getting out of it. You understand what I'm saying? If we angry, I don't care if I want to claw your eyes out. You better go lay on that couch, sleep it off, or go to your boy house, whatever you got to do, but come your ass home and we're going to work it out. There's no getting out of it,
Right.
And I think if you're in love, with the person that you're married to, it makes it easier for you to do that, and I think a lot of people who are married and get divorced, it's because they took the word love very lightly, and they didn't really know what it meant to love, the other person. Like, yeah, you can say it, but did you really know what it meant? Because if you did, it wouldn't have been nothing that would have happened that would have caused you to get, divorced, because obviously you did something hurtful, or y'all just don't like each other, or whatever the case. Either way, that's not love. It's not love. That was a good question.
You like that question? Hey, I told
that
you,
was
life coach, y'all, go to subscribe to my boy Donnell Oaks channel. I'm trying to tell you, just like
that
Reedy
was a good
Deegan, y'all.
question.
And y'all gonna like what y'all see. Support these brothers. They care about their people.
Indeed.
They speak from the heart, y'all. So go show them some love. That was the life coach Donnell Oaks question right there.
I like that one.
So NeNe, so we're actually down to the last final question before we wrap it up and do our last words and all that. But before I get to that, is there anything else you want to say about fake love? Like, here's take it away. You got it right here. Fake love.
So the last thing that I would say about fake love is that we got to stop it. We have to learn to genuinely love each other. We have to genuinely learn to coexist with people, because there are going to be people that you don't like. Just stay away from those people. It is just that simple. You do not have to be around people that you don't care for. You understand what I'm saying? There's nothing written. There's nothing, posted said that you have to deal with that. You have an option. And personally, like I said, just be honest and learn that honesty is the best policy. Like, growing up in school, that's what they told us, that honesty is the best policy. And sure enough, it really is. And I think people should definitely honor that. Like, be honest with your girlfriends. If you don't fuck with that bitch, tell her you don't fuck with her. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she is doing something that you don't like, but how would she know that she's doing that if you don't tell her? Or how would he know that it's something that you're doing or that he's doing that you don't like if you don't tell him?
Right.
Why do you always have to be fake about it? Like, just keep it real, keep it 100, and I feel like we'd be much better off in the world. So be honest with each other, people. Don't be afraid to speak your mind. Let them know how you really feel out here.
It's beautiful, and that's good stuff right there, NeNe. So here we go. Final question before we wrap it up.
Yes, sir.
You got kids, right?
No, I don't have any kids.
Okay, so this is a perfect question I'm getting ready to ask. Here we go. NeNe, your son or your daughter comes to you and says, "Mommy, I'm in love."
Mm-hmm.
What would you tell them?
First, I wouldn't tell them anything. I would ask them how they know that they were in love. Like, what makes you think that you're in love? And they would literally have to give me a really good explanation as to why they feel like they're in love. Because like I said, it's not something to take lightly. And if you can't explain the feeling, then you're not in love, because you definitely feel it. Like I said, you feel it. So I would definitely ask them, how they knew that they were in love, and I would just wait for a reason.
Okay, so here's a bonus question. So if they actually have a reason and they can clearly tell you that the reason why they're in love, right? They can explain it to you, right? Then what would you say?
I would wish them nothing but the best. And that's all I can say. If you're happy, then I'm happy. I'm always going to be here for you whenever and whenever. So that's just that simple. Like I said, I'm very simple. I'm not going to complicate things. If you like it, I love it. As long as they don't hurt you, I'm all for it. I'm all aboard, and 9 times out of 10, I would already have met the young lady or the young man or whatever. So I would be able to know if it was real. I'd be able to tell.
Thank you so much, for taking time out your day. Like I said, we was on my boy Greedy Vegan podcast. I reached out 5 seconds into just listening to you talk. I was like, I gotta have her on the show. So thank you so much. I'm serious. I want you to know, like, I'm really serious. Like, after hearing you for 5 seconds, like, I was like, after we finish this podcast, I'm gonna reach out to you, and I did.
Oh, I definitely appreciate you. Consider me, like I told you yesterday. Like, I absolutely can talk about anything. I love to talk. Sometimes I talk just to hear myself talk, but it is what it is.
So,
but
no, go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. Go ahead, honey. You're fine.
Cut you off. Cut you off.
You're fine.
Okay. So, here's a question I always ask everybody. Come on, would you come back?
Definitely.
Because I want you back. I'm telling you right now.
Most definitely. Anytime you email me the link and I'm signing on. Most definitely. I definitely enjoyed this. It was actually quite, what's the word? I want to pick a good word for you. I guess it was really rejuvenating to get some of that stuff out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of stuff that I kind of, been holding on to, and it felt good to let it out. So definitely.
You put a smile on my face telling me that I'm able to, provide a platform for you to get it out. And
I appreciate it.
Comfortable enough to get it out. So that's
definitely. Yes, I definitely appreciate it.
I'm trying to. This is one of my sayings I always tell people. I was just talking to Donnell Oaks earlier. I said, the struggle is real. And if you don't believe me, the struggle is real out here, y'all. But the brand is slowly but surely growing. So
definitely, I'm so proud of you. Like when you first started this, I was like, oh my gosh, look at you. But I'm definitely so proud of you and, your train of thought. And I just want to let you know that I appreciate you being so concerned about, people as well and, wanting to be a part of the change. So you just keep up the good work. And like I said, I am definitely here to support anytime, any day.
So much. That really means a lot to me. And like I said, I'm already gearing up to get you back on next week. Free. I'm just being honest. So get ready.
I'm ready.
All right. So here's your chance right here. You got any shout outs, NeNe, you want to give?
Ooh, nope.
Nope. No shout outs from NeNe.
Nope.
I got a couple. I ain't going to be long. Shout out to Tierra G. She made my first shirt and she made my first mask. I love this mask, y'all. Hold it up.
It is cute. I was going to ask you about that.
You can have one, NeNe. Trust me.
Awesome.
I ain't tripping over it. You can have it.
Thank you.
Click it. Just click, y'all. Click. Shout out to Raven and Nevaeh, my beautiful daughters. I love you to death. And shout out to the family, the subscribers out there. We are right now. We're at 260. And every time I click on that page, it go up. So like I said, we slowly growing, y'all. So shout out to each and every one of y'all. Thank you so much. I really appreciate y'all touching the soul with such a beautiful thing.
Definitely. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in as well. I will shout y'all out.
All right. So, NeNe, can you tell people where they can subscribe and find you at? Do you have any pages, any channels, or anything like that?
Just my Facebook, really. Like I'm not really big on social media. I get on, I get off, but yeah, I'm not too big on any of it. But if you want to reach me, I can be reached at NeNe Hightower 29@gmail.com. If you did want to talk, I'm definitely open to, hear you out and communicate. If you just want advice or just somebody to listen to, I'm all for it as well.
You can look for her on here because she's coming back, y'all.
Definitely.
She's coming back, so you can look for her on here as well. Here's a part of the show. This is part of the show right here. I love it. I love it to death. It's called Last Words. People come on here, they knock it out the park. It's like the outgoing message. So here we go, NeNe. Your last words. Any last words?
Just stay positive, everybody, in this crazy world that we're living. I know it's a lot going on and it's a lot to deal with, but just try to keep your energy at an all-time high, because that's the only way we're going to make it through this, by staying positive and looking forward to the greater cause. So just stay positive.
My last words, if you laugh and you cry, right, that's a hell of a day. And no matter what you're doing out here, never give up, never give up, never give up. You know what? I'm going to do this too for y'all. 715. So why I'm saying 715? Let me tell you why. 715. So when this video come out, the first person that comment 715, I'm buying you lunch.
I know that's right. Does it count for me too?
I'm buying you lunch too, NeNe. I'm buying everybody lunch. Don't worry about it. I got you. Got a mask for you. 715, y'all. So when this video hit, if the first person to say 715, I'm buying you lunch.
That's awesome.
Here we go, y'all. So for the beautiful NeNe Hightower.
Thank you.
And for Cool Rob and the fam, I always end off every video with Cool Rob is in the building. Over and out. I got this paper. I hate paper, y'all. Over and out, y'all. You get the paper. Over and out, y'all. Thank you so much. I love you. NeNe love you. We love you. All right. Bye-bye. We see y'all next time. Bye-bye. Bye. 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 Bye.